Crowd. This is Ron Machine. That was.
The 26-year-old Honda rider from Berkshire is the 1989 World 500cc Motocross champion.
Rick Johnson took the checkered flag and the 500cc crown. A few minutes later, he had this to say.
Thank God it's over.
Welcome, Motocross History Team. Today I wanted to show a nice clip of one of my idols. That would be Jeff Ward. And he's an idol for many reasons. Mostly, he was super disciplined, almost like military level discipline when it came to his career. He was always about business. He took everything seriously when it came to his career. And on top of that, he was great on a 500. And you all know that watch this channel frequently that I love all two strokes, all the golden era two stroke competition, but I really love the 500s because I never raced a 250 or a 125. When I came into it, I was 17 and I was already 6'1", 190 pounds. So 500 fit me perfectly. And so I loved watching him. And that was right when I came into it, it was right when the year that I started to fall in love with motocross at 15, 1989, it was the first year he won his 500 title, the two that he won. So this clip that I'm going to show you goes into detail. He goes into detail as to why he is the Iron Man of motocross. It gives you really a good detail into his mindset of why he was able to win 7 titles and why he's the only one to win a 125, a 250, and a 500 national title. He was on, I think, he's got the record for being on the most, winning the most motocross nations. I think 6 or 7. But this guy was a 100% Ironman, and he didn't know what pain was. So he's going to go through, particularly one of his hardest years, pain-wise and injury-wise, was 1987. Now, it's weird that I say that because after studying his career, I don't remember a time where he was super injured all the time. Like he was always there. He'd be out for every once in a while he'd get injured. I remember during the beginning of 1989, he was out for like the first 3 or 4 rounds of Supercross because he got injured. But it seemed like he had such a long career, and it seemed like he was almost never injured. Well, he was. He just fought through it, and this kind of gives you an insight into how he was able to fight through it. I respected Wardy before, but man, after watching this, that respect goes through the roof. So I hope you guys enjoy it. If you have a 500 or even a 250 or even a 125 two-stroke, take that bad boy out for the 4th of July weekend. Happy 4th of July to all of you. Love this country. I hope you guys do as well. Let's show that love, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks.
All right, so let's go into 87. Second, you got the Supercross title. Second outdoors, 6th in the 500. What happened in the 500 class?
I broke my tailbone at Redbud.
Oh,
The old Larocco's Leap. Practice like the 4th lap. First lap early, you could jump it because it was all muddy. Right on takeoff, the crank snapped. So I jumped through the bars. I already had a broken a bad ankle from dislocating it at the Supercross that year, and because we remember now we're doing Supercross and stuff. So I dislocated my ankle a week or 2 before in New York somewhere when the race was there, and so I had to jump through the bars, and I'm like trying not to. I cleared the jump, and I'm trying not to land on my feet too hard, so I let the feet go and then hit the butt. And then I bounced and went through the fence into the spectators. Oh, my God. And then when I got up, it felt like somebody rammed a rod right up my back because it broke. So I just took off walking back to the pits like I was. You knew? Oh, I was trying to get away from the pain. It was like I was trying to race away from it. And then my ribs hurt real bad, and I just got back to the pit. And I'm like, oh, my God, I don't know. I don't think I'm right. I'm just grunting in pain. So they found a big ice block. So I sat on the ice block for like 2 hours, just sitting on it to numb the whole thing. And then I went out and I hell shotted the first moto, and I led till like 3/4 of the way through, and then RJ came, but I wasn't sitting down. I was standing up I would try to stand up the whole time and then just sit down for a second in the corner
and it hurts
and then
so
get
bad.
back up. So I stood up the whole race, and I got second. So I got ready for the second moto, and I went through the first turn. The red button was that fast sweeper, and then I went to that right.
Yeah.
And in the right, Dubach went down, and I hit him. And when I hit him, I went forward real hard like this, and I must have ripped all the cartilage off my chest, because I thought I punctured a lung. So when I came back, I just sat there trying to take a breath. I'm just going, and I'm just sitting there on the bike. The bike's running. Dubach gets up and takes off, and I'm just sitting there like, I can't move. And then they came over, and I'm like, I don't know, I think something punctured my lung or something. And so they carried me off, and I sat there. And then that's the only time I ever left an ambulance, because they thought I punctured my lung, when I hit the crossbar. So I went to the hospital, and they x-rayed my butt, and I had a big crack in my tailbone. And then they just said I tore the cartilage off the chest, the ribs. So I had to fly home that night. So Bigelow was with me, so we went and caught the plane, and we made a donut out of the blanket, so I could sit without touching my tailbone.
Yeah.
So we get on the plane, right, and this is taking forever. Like, we're trying to get it. I'm in the middle seat or something, and I just get it. I'm just sitting there. I just get it done. I'm like, okay. And we're just playing, and we're just sitting there, and then all of a sudden they come on and go, we have something wrong with the plane. Everybody needs to deplane the plane. So I had to get off the plane. There was like a 2-hour delay through Chicago. And we finally got to LA like 2 in the morning. And then he had to drive me home because I couldn't drive my car. And I had to leave it there. And then I went and got therapy all week. And then I came out the next week to race at Axton, Virginia. And got a good start. It was my chest that was the worst thing. I could deal with the tailbone, but it was my chest that I couldn't pull back. So we did therapy all week with Spencer and whatever else we did. And so I was doing really good first time. I was running second the whole time. And then I fell over in this corner, and I just fell over. And then I couldn't pick up the bike.
Oh.
I could ride, but I couldn't. I had no strength, but I could just ride just enough to make it work. But then I didn't have enough power to do it.
Fans are all watching you go, Wardy can't even pick this bike up.
I just walked away, and that was it. Yeah. So I missed like 2 races. That's why that year was sucked. But
you didn't have a lot of injuries. Like, you really went. I mean, well, you're little bangs and bruises, but like, you didn't miss a lot of races.
No
injuries.
No. In '87, I didn't dislocate my ankle. In '87, I broke my ankle at San Diego Supercross. I cased a triple during the main, and broke the outer bone in half. Okay. And so I finished the race. I finished third. So then I went and got an X-ray, and it broke right through. And we had to do surgery. They said we need to do surgery. But I had to race Miami next week, and then we raced Miami, then Daytona. So I went to Miami with the broken ankle. I finished third there. Then went to Daytona, and it was mud race the year Ricky Ryan won in '87. It was mudder. I was running up like third or fourth, and my chain broke. So I DNF'd. Okay, so that was in '87, and I was leading the points, and the chain broke. So then I had a week off before Hangtown, I believe, and then I had surgery on my ankle the Monday after Daytona, and they went to put the screw in there. When they drilled it, the bone shattered. So they couldn't attach the bone to the ankle, so they had to take all the bone out and cut the ligaments to get all the bone out of it. So now I have no lateral support. So we taped it up, and then I raced the next week at Hangtown for the National. I finished second behind RJ. And then we had some more Nationals and rested for the Supercross. And I still won the Supercross championship that year. RJ broke his wrist or his finger. So it was kind of it was kind of weird because the outdoors, I should have won or let me think. He should have won the Supercross, and then he got hurt worse than I did. Then I should have won the outdoors because I got hurt worse than he did. So it was like we flipped. It was like,
here, I'll get hurt and you win this one.
Yeah. So then when the 500s came at the end of the year there, because they had the fit, I had my ankle was still kind of jacked up, and when I jumped through the bars, I might not got hurt as bad as if I would have went more forward and took it in a tumble.
Yeah.
I just couldn't get in the right. I'm just rolling up the windows, in the air, and I didn't even make the landing. I cleared the landing, and just landed like a slap instead of a tumble. Which I don't know. Maybe I would have broken something else, but that killed that year. But I still won the championship, Supercross, because it was over. Yeah.
People like somebody breaks their collarbone and races the next weekend now, and it's like, oh, this guy's crazy.
Yeah.
You guys did that. I mean, you roast
Yeah,
just
I raced
with a cracked
I raced
bone.
with bro. Yeah, 'cause it was just hanging there. Just the ligament pulled it right off.
Broken
bone.
tailbone. Like, whatever. Tape it. Give me an ice block to sit on. I'll be ready.
Yeah, the therapy was horrible because I'd stay up at Spencer's, a place up. I got in bed. It's called Diatherm and ultrasound. Well, he has the ultrasound, but the Diatherm is where it was a machine that put electricity through you. So I'd be on that for an hour, and then I put my foot in the ice bucket, and then do the ultrasound with the vibration, to get the swelling out. So I'd go up. I went up there on Monday, and then I'd stay there until Thursday night, and Spencer would tape up my ankle, and then I'd fly out Friday. So I slept there in the doctor's office on the machine all night long for 5 days. Brought my ice chest with food and whatever else I wanted, and I didn't go home. I stayed at that little office, little machine, and it was horrible because when you try to sleep at night, that machine, it was electricity. So when you touched yourself, you'd get shocked. So when your legs came together, because it needed to be separate because of the electricity, when your feet would touch together, you'd get shocked.
So you'd fall asleep and zap yourself?
You zap yourself. And you're like, fuck. And for the whole week, and I've done that a couple times. I'd stay up there with my shoulder for a whole week. And this doctor up in Pasadena, he invented the gravity boots. So he was really big on hanging upside down for the spine because he had people that were paralyzed, and he swore that if you hung them up and got rid of all that pressure, and so he'd get you on there, and I was hanging upside down with my broken ankle on it, like separating everything, and then grab your arms and like kind of whip you to do your spine, and got my ankle hanging there, and it's like, and then I'd do all that, and then 2 days later I'd be out walking at lunch, just walking on it, getting full range of motion, just trying to get over it. You know how you're walking, you just can't get over that pivot, but you just keep doing it, and I got to where I could get over the pivot, with the broken ankle, and then Spencer would tape it up before I'd leave like a cast where, it wouldn't move, but then the swelling's out, so the pain's not that bad.
Yeah, swelling is what causes your weakness, your pain, and your lack of mobility.
So
if you can get the swelling out, it's crazy.
So that's all we'd do the whole week, and then I'd just go straight from there and I did it the next year when I dislocated my other ankle because I was going to case a jump, and I took my right foot off so I didn't ruin it, and then I dislocated my left one because it went down. So then I had
so
to
never mind about not having injuries.
Yeah, so 87 was a tough year on the 500.